Good morning, it's MOT time. We're going to have a look under this Evo and see what's going on, see if we can get away with it. Let's have a look at the suspension. So first of all, we're looking at the brake disc. Plenty of meat on there, that's okay. Brake lines, the brake line's okay. That is not attached to the shock absorber, so that will need addressing. Flexible hose is okay, that's okay. There's a bit of rust on there, but flaking paint, but that's not too bad. Let's have a look. Track rod end, that's rough looking, but it's solid enough. Anti-roll bar bushes, okay. That's okay up there. That's okay. There's a bit of oil on it, but that might be power steering fluid. Better have a look at that. That's okay. That's okay. Let's have a look at the top there. The bump stop is rotted away. We probably won't be doing too much bumping, so it might be all right. This has been repaired. The bunghole there has been sealed up, but it's been made solid. Let's have a look at the pads. They're fine. We have plenty of meat on them. So let's have a look. Let's have a look underneath at the front. That's okay. That's okay. Let's have a look under there. There's a little bit of oil, but that's the cam cover gasket that's been repaired. That's all right. That's all okay. Bumper solid. That's okay. Right, so if that's not too bad, let's have a look around the side, see what we've got under here. Now, we've got a jacking point that's been repaired. That's okay. Now there is a hole. There's a hole with no bung in it. And there's another hole with no bung in it. So they'll have to be addressed. That is a misjack. Someone's jacked it up in the wrong place. The jacking point itself is pretty crushed, but it doesn't look too bad. That's not too bad. That bung's in there. There's a bit of flaking under seal there. Once you start peeling it off, it's all going to come off, but I'll have to have a look at that. That's okay. Exhaust support is okay. Yeah, we've had a look at the jacking point. There's another hole with no bung in it. Flaking under seal there. We can address that. There's a bung in there. That's not too bad. It's all just flaking, but you know, if we can catch that before it gets too bad. The exhaust, sometimes holes in this bend, but that's okay. Tank straps, they're okay. Handbrake cable safely located. Let's have a look at the suspension points. Oh, there's a bit of flaking under seal in there. Look at that jacking point, squash flat. Not much good that, is it? Let's have a look at that. Squash flat. Okay. Brakes. Plenty of meat on that disc. Let's have a look at the pads. Pads are okay. Brake lines are alright. That brake line's okay. Flexible line. The bump stop's knackered again. Loads of underseal on it. Maybe more underseal than I'd like. You can't see what's rust and what's underseal. You know, that's obviously rusty underneath there, but it's just covered in body in shult, which you can't really see. I'd much rather see the repair. Okay, so let's have a look underneath here. That bush is okay. The bottom bush, it's all right. We'll get another year out of it. What that is, that looks okay. The suspension's good enough. What are we on there? That's okay. That bush is okay. Exhaust mounting's okay. The exhaust's all right. Aftermarket exhaust, that's okay. Underneath there is all right. The paint's flaking. It needs someone to get under there with a wire brush. Give it a good wire brushing before that rust settles in. The boot's okay, flexible boot's okay that side. That's okay. A little bit of a leak in the diff, but that's not an MOT. It's not an MOT failure. That seems to be okay under there. Seems to be okay. Let's have a look. Exhaust is solid. Let's get down this side and have a look what's under here. So we've got one new caliper. I'd have put two on myself. That looks suspiciously like a rotting bump stop. And that's where it's come from. So, this is so difficult to do. You've got to take the whole suspension off to do it. Well, I won't be carrying any passengers, so it won't be bumping too much. Fuel hose, okay. Flexible hose is all right. Exhaust is okay. Bumper mount, that's okay. Well, we're looking at the same. A lot of underseal, but that's okay. Pads, meat on the pads, that's okay. That's all right. I have to get onto AE car and get some more of those. I can't just not have them, and it's not really, I don't suppose it's an MOT failure point, but we'll have to get them. That's solid enough. We've got a bung there, we've got a bung there, got a seat belt mounting, that's okay. I don't know what that is, looks like a big piece of metal's been let in. Anyway, let's have a look down here. That jacking point's okay. It's not actually supporting the car like it should be, but that's all right. That's not too bad. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. New caliper, which is good. That's all right. We've got a bung in there. There's a little hole. Maybe we can just stick a bit of cookie over that. Just seal that up until, let's say, next year. There's another hole with a bung missing. So someone, and there's another one. So someone in the bung department has not been very thorough. So what I'll probably do is get the hot air gun, burn that underseal off, put a nice bung in it, wire brush it down, put a bit more underseal on it. The jacking point's not too bad, a little bit rough in it. It's been repaired. There's a patch in it, flaking underseal. So that's not too bad. That jacking point's still okay. Oh God, look at that. Another bung missing. The floor's okay. But this underseal had a bit of a problem. But anyway, we can sort that out. Let's have a look here. We're on the other front wheel now. Disc's okay. Meat on the pads. Again, it's rough, but there's no slack there. It's all right. That flexible brake lines are okay. I would imagine we've got another wonky bump stop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We got flake. Oh, look at that paint there. Oh, look at that. Oh, we'll have to do something about that. Can't leave that like that. Look at that. To do something about that. Can't leave that like that. Yeah, I'll have to give that a good wire brushing. Yeah, I can't, oh look at that, can't leave that like that. I have to give that a good wire brushing. That is fixed, that is fixed there. That's what we need to do with the other side. Bodywork okay. I was going to say shit, but I won't. There's a bit rotten under there. That bush is okay. So, yeah, we're all right under here. So what we're going to do is, there's no particular MOT failures, but what we're going to have to do is address that wishbone, and we'll do the other one as well while we're there. Give them all a coat of paint, that's okay. So, as far as this little car is concerned, we'll get underneath is okay. We'll get away with it for another year. I'll do those few things, get a few bungs, and we'll get away with it underneath. And then now, next job, check on top, check the lights, wipers, windscreen washers, all that kind of stuff. But my next job, get some bungs, get underneath, and I'll report back when that's done. Bye bye.